What's up, YouTube? We are here with some highlights. Borussia Dortmund versus Real Madrid. I wonder who won.
I don't know. Let's ask the refs. No, I'm kidding. I know we're laying on this, but here I take. No biases.
Rob, so much thought is given to preparations for a match, and we've seen totally different way for the modern footballer anymore, including Londoner Jadon Sancho, born on the other side of the River Thames, about 12 miles away. Ian Maatsen has a home in London too. He's on loan to Dortmund from Chelsea. Welcome to the most prestigious game of club football play.
And there was no English team in the final.
Played on the planet this year. The 2024 Champions League Final between two past winners.
Okay.
Schlotterbeck. Fulcrum making a run in behind Real Madrid. There's no flag. And here's Brandt in support. Julian Brandt! It's a goal kick. The flag was raised eventually, but only to signal a goal kick. The official felt that Fulcrum was onside here. It's time to perfection. It would have been so tight.
I think this season Rudiger's been getting lucky that Madrid has been winning, because I've been seeing that against a lot of teams, when other teams score or came close to one-on-ones but they suck at finishing, it's been because Rudiger has always got them on side.
They've been scored, but that's a chance, that's a real opportunity, and it is a real tactic that they can use. They've used it throughout the season. That flick ball over the top for Fulcrum, then runners in behind. Can he get up in support?
That should be at least on target.
Yeah, at least.
There will be no more willing runner on the field tonight than Nicolas.
I do want to point out this. I didn't want to see if I want to point it out, but I don't think people give a lot of credit to Carvajal. Looks like he's the one who given like a little push, enough to but it's not a foul, but keeps the pressure on the defender. Watch when he's about to shoot.
Top ball Fulcrum, then runners in behind the season. Opportunity,
right there,
and it is a real
tactic that they can
use it throughout the season.
See?
That flick ball over the top ball Fulcrum, then runners in behind. Can he get up in support?
And there will be no more willing runner on the field tonight than Nicolas.
Nacho still plays?
Valverde.
Nah.
Carvajal, he's a headache on that side. Here's Bellingham. Sancho running the ball back down the other end of the field.
It's another good link-up. He's just waiting for the right opportunity to release Carvajal. Threaded into Valverde, threaded into Carvajal there. It was a big arse to get him the right angle on the cross.
PK?
Again,
No.
down that right-hand side. Yami's.
Now here's Adeyemi, and there's no flag, and it's a huge chance, and he's round Courtois. Adeyemi, Carvajal gets back, and now the flag is raised for a corner. Chan. Some of the Dortmund passing has been excellent. Sabitzer. Sancho. Here's Marcel Sabitzer, cut back behind Fulcrum. Almost an opportunity for Adeyemi, who goes down. Rather half-hearted appeals mainly from the...
Dortmund's asking for a PK.
There's no excuses. You have to finish those.
Especially that, yeah. At least shoot it, You don't even know what's going to happen. Either the goalie's going to block it, might go through the legs, might go to the side. Yeah.
I know Courtois can be intimidating, but you're like a mile ahead of the last defender. You had all the time in the world.
See, let me just point this out one more time in the single watch. I'll tell you where he messed up.
Down that right-hand side, Yami's.
Now here's Adeyemi, and
Right
there's
there,
no
look.
flag.
You see, just the moment before he did that, it looked like he was getting ready to shoot.
Side.
It looked like he was getting to shoot right here. Watch.
Now here's
Right there.
Amy.
Then he saw Courtois, and he decided to go for like, let me juke him, even though he's far away. By the time he jukes, he's gonna lose all the space.
No flag, and it's a huge chance, and he's round Courtois, and Amy. Carvajal gets back, and now the flag is raised.
Once again, look who's back there though, Carvajal.
Yeah, he been pretty fast. And he's usually not a fast defender, but he's on it. Yeah, let me go back out to where we were.
Get on the end of it. And it's the width of a post, the lick of paint. That's all it is.
Okay, really.
We hear that word used over and over again in sport, in life. Pressure. What is pressure? Expectation. Vinicius Junior skins Rierson. So nearly connects with Bellingham. But it's your own expectations as much as anything. And Real Madrid realise they're not quite meeting them at the moment. Got another little peek at what they can do there with Vinicius Junior. But Borussia Dortmund have been the better team so far. Julian Brandt, Adeyemi, he really can shift. Adeyemi, good save, Fulkrog, just couldn't lead back far enough.
I do want to point out, why does it look like Adeyemi's leaving them like, it's like he's not even trying to run. He outruns them.
Yeah, he's one of the fastest players in the Bundesliga.
Dang. Yeah, I don't think he was that fast, but he's hella fast.
Rudiger, Carvajal. Kroos has been very deep and very peripheral so far. He's given that away unusually. Adeyemi, Brandt. This is Sabitzer. Can't strike them, and Courtois has been forced to make another save. Player of the match 2 years ago. He's the leading contender already tonight.
I've seen Sabitzer hit them from distance this season and throughout his career. It's comfortable, Courtois, but the two hands are important there because of the bounce. Just not 100% sure where it's going to go.
Julian Brandt. Forced away by Rudiger. Sancho. Yellow fever at Wembley. Julian Brandt with the corner. Strong headed by Valverde. And that is the end of a first half which has confounded us in so many respects.
First half domination from Dortmund. You can't say they didn't get chances.
Hey, they think they could have had it. Could have. Only could have.
Kroos to take, goes for goal, and Kermas to be alert and has to make a save.
It's a fantastic save, and it needed to be. It's top corner. Kroos can't do any better. Just get his footwork right. And that gives him the time, just that footwork.
Kroos again. On by Carvajal! Well, is there a smaller man in that penalty area? How on earth
How was like went to the 70th minute.
has he won that in the air? Kroos, better from him. Vinicius Junior coaxed in towards Rodrigo. It'll come for Carvajal! Well, Matson almost got in Kerbel's way, but they saw that it...
Man is everywhere.
So the Slovenian referee's given it every chance.
I was about to say, how did Dortmund not win? It was Carvajal versus Dortmund.
They've out-muscled Real Madrid at times. Out-muscled and outplayed them. Adeyemi, Fulkrog! Beaten away by Courtois. It was a pretty routine save for him. But it was another sight of goal for Nicholas Fulkrog.
Well, it's another run, and another brilliant ball in. More now than Dortmund's.
Kroos. Forced away, but given straight to Valverde. Well, it was the first basic error that we've really seen.
That one, I would have kicked it out. To wipe this is again, we talked this in our past videos in the past many times. Why play
Forced away,
in the
but
middle?
given straight to
Just
Valverde.
kick it out.
Well, that's the first basic error that we've really seen from Borussia Dortmund.
And I think
Could
this is
have
where
been
the
so
call
costly.
comes in, right?
I believe so.
Sign of weariness, maybe.
That mistake. Pass it to the middle.
Kroos. Forced
Yep.
on and in! It's Carvajal! Danny Carvajal! The smallest man in the penalty area has headed Real Madrid into the lead. It's only the second Champions League goal of his entire career.
Everything to him, and it's so basic. Just a run of a couple of yards into the space,
Ramos
and there's a
style.
hole off Matson. There's no challenge. The free header, they had the warning in this half, and it's gone unheeded, and they paid the price here, Dortmund. It's a brilliant header. It's a brilliant servant for Real Madrid. What a moment for him.
His only Champions League goal was scored well over 8 years ago. He's played
This is
69
why
times in this
you need to
competition
take
since
your
then
chances.
without scoring.
Back as well.
Vinicius Junior, Eduardo Camavinga, cut back, Jude Bellingham. Well, the station
How do you miss that?
The most expensive player. Luckily they won. Imagine they wouldn't.
set for Jude Bellingham tonight. Kroos just assessing the options. Toni Kroos. Well, it's a flying save, but it's a pretty comfortable height for Kerbal.
You could tell Cruz wanted one on his
Just
last
got the
game.
pace on it for him. Wall was less than 10 yards, and it was a big wall.
Oh, I
Bought the
forgot he
time for
retired.
Kerbal to get over, get across, and make the save.
What? Those subs don't look good. I'm just gonna be honest.
And Julian Brandt is the other player who's being replaced. And it's Sebastian Aller, who has had very little football in recent weeks, but did score the only goal of a big cup final in Africa in February for his country, Ivory Coast, in Ivory Coast, an 81st minute winner. We settled the African Cup of Nations.
It's effectively Sancho on the left and Marlon on the right. Royce has dropped back in.
Here's Kroos though. Bellingham. Camavinga! Needed a touch from the keeper. Eduardo Camavinga, who hasn't scored for ages and ages.
He just didn't age.
Brilliant from Kerbal. Good feet, good stretch. Had to get it spot on.
It's more than 2 years since he found the back of the net.
Oh, his
This
eyes
is what
lit up
happens
there when he
you
hit that.
when you give one goal to Madrid.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like after the 1-0, Dortmund got nervous, and looks like they can handle that pressure at this point.
Dortmund have gone for it. He's got two out-and-out strikers on the pitch. Fulkrug and Haller now. Two wide men. Got to go for it.
Here comes Kroos again.
Kroos again.
Freaking commentator.
In towards Carvajal. It came off a Dortmund head. Kerbal had to force it away. Aller's first involvement is as a defender.
He's keeping him in the game now. Kerbal.
Nacho
with the flick.
Nacho.
Near post corner's been causing problems all night for Dortmund. He thought it might be something that they could utilise. It's been the other way round.
I mean, of all the ways you can concede a goal
Goalie was like
to this Real Madrid,
Nacho goal.
a fairly standard near
I mean, I'm just watching all the corners. It looks like Madrid has won all the headers.
post corner
Not any of the
to
tall
the
guys
diminutive
either.
Danny
I
Carvajal.
know.
Aller. Royce. Madsen, that's loose. Bellingham. This is Vinicius Junior. White gold. He was the match winner 2 years ago in Paris. He's the match sealer tonight for Real Madrid. The legend continues.
Simple pass from Jude Bellingham from there.
Again, another mistake, but Dortmund.
They were already celebrating. They knew he was going to score. Just pick your spot. Send us home. Send us for a 15th time to celebrate it. It's not the cleanest of strikes. Nobody cares. They've done it again.
He's 23 years of age, and he's already stepping up beside the greats of the game. Only 2 men have scored more than 2 goals in Champions League finals, and one of those is called Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the company that he's keeping now, and you get the impression. Mano gets into the shot. This is Marlon. Oh, Fulcrum! I wonder, I just wonder. Nicholas Fulcrum, no, he's offside.
He was completely unmarked. Seemingly the only player in the 6-yard box.
Definitely
He
offside.
is offside. It's the wrong side, not by much.
Nobody can say Madrid or
Goals
anything
from
like
Carvajal and
that.
Vinicius
It's
Junior
offside.
that have clinched it. The royal rulers of football
Bellingham
have
better try,
reclaimed their
but
throne.
he didn't make that goal.
There's to be another coronation in London. Almost certainly Mbappe next, definitely Endrick. Just when you think you've seen it all from Real Madrid, they go again.
Freaking Alaba looked like
Right
the
again.
boyfriend, and Cruz
Win
looked
again.
like the girlfriend getting hugged from behind.
50 won't be enough for them. They won't stop here. Ceaseless, serial champions. Real Madrid just cannot keep their hands off the European Cup. They won't let go of it. A year away from the Bernabeu is quite enough. They treat it as if it's their own 15 times. 15 years of fame for the most famous football club in Europe. The most decorated, the most excellent, Real Madrid.
A lot of Spanish teams get crowned in England. Not sure if a lot of England teams get crowned in Spain.
A la Madrid.
Hey, well,
He's like, he's lifting the trophy. He's like, nacho trophy.
at least Dortmund showed why they made it to the final. You know, that was like first a lot like, dang, they made it to the final, but then they clearly, outplayed Madrid in the first half. They didn't make them. You know what happens when you don't score against Madrid.
Yep. You don't keep Madrid in the game because you'll be punished for that.
Because, and I don't know if you saw some socials where it was like, well, Dortmund outplayed them when they not barely won, but kind of making like they didn't play well. When you're in the final, you don't have to play well to win. Like, that's just
Just ask Manchester City.
yeah.
But I wouldn't mind it if Dortmund won, because I think that would have been their first, right?
Yeah, it would have been the first. Royce was retiring. Not sure if retiring or leaving Dortmund. But it would have been great win for Dortmund. But again, they definitely had chances, and they definitely had everything to win, but they just couldn't finish.
They had more than one. That should have been a goal. And who knows, if they scored that, they probably would have won.
I mean, I easily saw at least a 2-0, 2-1 in the first half. And then after that, it could have changed a lot in the second half. I do want to give praises to Hamos. I think this season that defender has been putting in work in the back, regardless of the outcome of the final.
Yeah, he played well this game, and Dortmund did well.
I
They
did,
they shut down Vinny and Bellingham for the most part.
and they did what Bellingham and Haaland couldn't do. Go to a Champions League final with Dortmund.
Let's not forget, Jadon Sancho also did something Manchester United can do. Go to a Champions League final.
Well, props to Dortmund and Madrid also for winning. There was a play. I don't think they should in here, but a lot of people were saying that Beanie's yellow card was actually a red card. What do you think, Anthony? I didn't watch the match live. I know you did.
Um,
Or I can't remember if that was the yellow where he like hit the goalie. I think that was the yellow, right?
yeah, he got a yellow for hitting the goalie. It was a little late, but I don't think it was a red card.
I mean, I saw the thing, and again, Barca fan here, so the Barca in me was like, that's a red card. But I think when you fully watch it, I think a yellow, it's good to. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yellow, he's already conditioned the rest of the match, and he didn't like injure the goalie or.
Did you see that play?
I did see it.
What was your first reaction for it?
Well, when I first watched it, I was like, "Ooh, that could have been a red card." But then it was also like the first half, no fouls yet. I just think it was a yellow, almost a yellow. I don't think it was any discussion for a red card after watching it.
Yeah. As of how I saw it, he wasn't really trying to go for the goalie.
Yeah,
He was kind of trying to go for the ball, cause it was there to like challenge for, and he went, and then the goalie I think kicked the ball before he got there, and then the momentum of both players kind of collided in a way.
yeah, and I think that's what people don't take in consideration is the alhaja when it comes to yellows and red cards. Obviously, that way they hit a player, but also the intention. And like on this one, like you said, it was in the momentum of he running at full speed and trying to get the ball. The goalie gets it first, gets the goalie, but he had no evil intent to like, oh, I'm gonna go hit the goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was a yellow.
But then, I don't know if you also saw this, but later on, Vinny also dived.
Ooh, I didn't see that one.
And I'm not sure if a lot of people talked about it, but if it's anything that's red card, which would be that, because technically for diving you should
Like
be
a
getting
second yellow, you
card.
mean?
Yeah, you should be getting a yellow card for diving, right?
Mhm.
And he got in the yellow card right there. That's a red.
Ooh, I didn't see that one. I mean, that's also, yeah, that I would say that's definitely a yellow. There's no question that's a yellow red card. But the problem with the refs and cards is they're not always consistent. Not just with Madrid, but with any team. Players do, how do you say, fake false all the time. Some people
Yeah.
get a yellow and some don't.
Exactly.
So if everything was treated fairly, yes. But you can't really take him down for that. I just think it's that when they play Madrid, they look at it more than any other team.
Yeah.
And then but did that happen when Madrid was already 1-0 or still 0-0?
I don't quite remember. It might have been 0-0 still.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have changed a lot, but again, they're not consistent, so I can't really say much about that.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, they're not consistent, so you kind of can't be like, oh, it's because Madrid, he didn't get a red card, because some players get a yellow card, some players don't.
And like you said, that could have been a tactic of Dortmund. Like that guy has a red card, a yellow, he gets angry headed easy. Honestly, we just made it made on purpose, even if he didn't have the ball.
Exactly. I don't. It's not like football related, but it's like a mental game as well. Like, you do whatever it takes to win in a way. So, this guy is like, can't control his emotions and stuff. So, you gotta get in his head because he already has a yellow and he's gonna do something reckless.
Yep.
And once he does, that's the second yellow.
I mean, I appreciate Dortmund for the sportsmanship. But hey, as a Barca fan, you should have gone in his head.
I mean, I don't know if they watched enough Vinny video, but they should have known that.
Yep. I think that's the most I want to discuss, the yellow red card situation. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I don't, like you said, I don't think they could say, oh, because it was Madrid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Dortmund didn't score.
I mean, at the end of the day, Dortmund should have scored.
And, not to take any props away from Madrid, but as we saw in the highlights, both goals didn't really look like Madrid really attacked. It looked like Dortmund made those two passes in the middle, mistakenly gave it to Madrid players. You can give those passes, especially to Madrid. Given to United, not Madrid. Nah, I'm kidding.
And none of the Dortmund chances, except like the header that went in, was marked offside. So no one can say, oh, Madrid, or anything, Because all of their chances were onside, fair game, they just missed it on their own.
Yeah, the game was on their hands, to be honest. Anyone has any other opinions? And again, we like any type of comment, but more that constructive criticism. We'll get to another comment, another video. People just like to, I don't know if they're just like half asleep or barely waking up. But they say some things that are just untrue. And then and we'll probably do a video, reacting to Tony Cruz leaving, legacy of Royce at Dortmund, and let us know any other videos or players we should check out.
And thumbs up on the video if you think Carvajal is underrated.
And
He's
Nacho.
underrated.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the